were you rating that?
Do I need to roll for gold?
Hang on.
Oh yeah, it's a rogue thing too. 4d6 times 10, or you can take the average 140. Just take the average because it took too long.
Yeah, no, I'm cool with taking just the average. It's
You minus all your equipment and shit from that too, so you're supposed to,
Let me see how much gold I had.
don't just get treasure for free. Okay,
What,
so yeah.
I didn't rob some guy and just be like, "Hey, I need this. Thanks."
Yeah, just make it 100 because you have stuff.
I can't remember. Are we leveling up?
No, you're not leveling up yet.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so everybody's here. Welcome back.
Hello.
I'm Matt Mercer, and welcome to Critical Role episode 612.
You gotta shut the fuck up.
And first, we got to start with announcements, right? Because that's what Matt Mercer taught me. And
what?
so the announcement.
Can this troll die? Hello?
No, just chill. Announcements of the week is first. We got everybody's backstory. Fuck yeah, it was really cool. I got to make some stuff for that still. And the second is that next week we're not doing this on Monday. I have tickets to a Taking Back Sunday concert, and I've had tickets to this for like 6 months. And I apologize, friends, but I'm a fanboy of Taking Back Sunday.
You're good.
There's no need to apologize for that.
So
You're fired.
We can maybe do it Sunday or something. I don't know if guys are around Sunday or Saturday or something. I could do it then, or if
would
not,
actually be the better night for me.
But this is a thing we can try to coordinate. Pat says no.
I gotta work on Sunday. I normally pull doubles, dog. I work weekends.
No, that's what I mean. That's fine. We gotta figure this out. Like, if there ain't a day, then there ain't a day. We might have to wait a week or whatever. But
I actually
we can kind of try to discuss this in the chat, I think, and during the week, and try to figure out if we can find another day to do it next week. Okay, and then that's the end of the announcements. And thanks for coming. So yeah, are we ready to go? Everybody's here. Everybody got snacks and beverage?
Let me grab a beverage real quick.
Yes.
I'm gonna grab a beverage. Hang on.
Toasty and warm.
Beverage acquired.
Ready to use the bathroom?
I gotta get into characters here since I'm playing a drunk dwarf cleric.
You got your snuggies on?
You better start talking in a drunken Scottish accent, or I'm gonna be very disappointed.
I got no Scottish. You just gotta get the Cockney.
Okay, close enough.
Other thing too, I think BigJay's streaming. I don't know if anybody has issue. I know he's recording.
Recording, yeah.
Oh, you're doing local recording.
I know
thank you for the warning.
Issue with that, but yeah. So we thought.
I mean,
I got no issue.
I have no issue with it, just as long as I'm aware, so I don't say anything stupid.
You can make the video private too, and whatever. Like that's
honestly, the only reason really I'm doing it is for Solidus or Brian, whatever you guys want to call him.
Yeah, he wants to know. And Brian's a bro. He's like,
he's like, are you gonna record it? He's like, I would listen to that as a podcast. I'm like, all right, man, I'll do it next time for sure.
I feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
I feel bad because I got my fan blowing directly on my goddamn microphone.
No, I don't hear it. Sounds good.
Hooray, noise canceling.
Hey.
Okay, so I'm with BigJay. I think I actually need to grab some stuff from the local town. Got to grab some provisions and stuff.
You get provisions and shit. You're supposed to do that already. Hurry up.
Let's go see what's in the Chandler.
You had all week to get provisions. So yeah, we gotta make sure everybody's get your ass back in the inn.
Let me in. Let me in.
Don't make me revoke access.
They were closed.
Okay, Pat, are you back?
Yep.
Okay, so last week on the Fat Thumbs Adventure, who remembers what happened?
We kicked some kobold asses.
Almost died.
Pat Kung Fu chopped a bunch of kobolds.
Pat also got Kung Fu chopped by a bunch of kobolds.
Our brave adventurers found themselves in the inn and met a nice elf guy. They went on a quest. They found a bow, killed some kobolds, made it back, got a bunch of treasure.
And Sigbert touched a lot of people on the back of the neck, kind of creepily.
Sigbert touched them good, yeah.
Yep, Sigbert touched a lot of people on the small of the back because Sigbert is a dwarf and can't reach your neck, most likely.
So you guys awake in the morning from your cots surrounding the fireplace. There's no rooms here. You guys have been sleeping just kind of in the bar on a. and you wake up, and Espy's character is suddenly a different character.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, what happened? I immediately investigate and try to inspect him
What
closely.
Wait, who are you?
And perception.
Yeah, roll a perception check. Yep.
Wait, no, hang on. There's 2 new people here.
Ask him what the password is. Yeah, there's also another guy. He's a rogue. He woke
I
up
blinked.
with you guys too. He just kind of like he's acting like he's like eating breakfast with you guys. He just sat down, you know.
Hang on.
I blink and rub my eyes. Grandma, is that you?
Wait, what? No, I'm not your grandma.
Oh, I'm looking in the wrong direction.
I fail to understand, I'll be honest, how I've been mistaken for someone's grandmother.
You have a sneaking suspicion that it has something to do with the drinking competition last night. That you may not have remembered, like what everybody looked like.
Ah.
By
The drinking
way,
contest that I won, by the way.
Yeah.
And so yeah, the day outside the inn looks bright and shiny, and the birds are chirping. And barkeeper's like asleep still. What would you like to do?
Well, if you remember, lads, there was some talk about bats feeding on goats the yesterday.
Yeah, vampires.
We could poke about that, see what's what. Or we could check out the rest of the towns. Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
Probably a good idea to figure out what's in this town.
People.
Yeah,
Houses.
Let's go ask a bunch of people everything.
I saw them on the way in.
Well, if there's like a weapon shop or a brothel or...
I
Yeah,
still
plus
have
the
no
bike.
idea. I still have no idea who you are.
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Talus. Talus, no.
Right. Good. Hello. I'm Sigbert. And who's the stabby boy over here?
Well, I mean, I can be a stabby boy about the right price.
Well, I think most. Well, I can. Never just got a hammer. But I mean, this lad in front of me.
Oh, my name is Stabby McStabberston. No,
You fucking what, mate?
I roll bluff to play it off like I'm serious.
I'm gonna roll sense motive.
Where the fuck does that one come
His
from?
name appears to be Stabby McStabberson.
Don't you even have sense motive?
Probably.
Stabby.
You can use it untrained though, so you can still roll for it if you want.
Stabby McStabberson. Oh yes, fine name, the Stabbersons.
Nice to meet you, Sir Stabby.
I just grin and just giggle to myself towards him, like, yes, Stabby McStabberson, please don't stop calling me that.
Outside, there's a peasant, and he like wheels up a big cart full of apples, and he's like, "Apples for sale, one copper."
Ooh.
I look and throw a copper at him. I roll to throw my an improvised
You
weapon.
can throw a copper at him. That's fine.
And I try to
a really
help.
nasty look, and he like hands you an apple that like looks like it has a worm. Says thanks for the copper.
I
How
pocket
much?
the apple.
How much for an apple with no worm in it?
One copper not thrown, sir.
I hand him a copper.
He gives you a nice shiny apple.
I take the nice shiny apple and then I immediately pitch it at the rogue.
Can I roll reflex save to dodge?
No, the apple hits you.
Gotta be faster than that, Stabby.
Ow! That hurt.
I too buy an apple.
Oh,
I just
no.
simply hand him a silver piece and just say,
Outside, you hear the church nearby. There's a big, huge tower in the distance, and it has a big bell at the top. And the bell starts ringing. Bong, bong, and like a bunch of people start. Like 3 people come out of the feed store. somebody comes out of the Chandler and the Alchemist, and they all start heading over towards the
Sounds like an evil cult to me.
You can make a knowledge religion check to tell what kind of church it is from this.
Oh,
distance.
I'll do it.
Could I do a knowledge local to see if I know as like a secondary way of finding out?
Sure.
Okay.
Why in the actual hell do I have? Oh,
Yes, I swear. What is this doing? Oh, right.
Wait, so like everybody's at the church?
I don't have
No, we're
any
still
knowledges.
looking at the church.
Never mind. I am dumb as hell.
Oh, you should have put a point in, yeah. But okay. But yeah, with your knowledge of the local town, you've kind of been here before back in your day since you're such a well-traveled rogue. And you can tell that this large stone building, like gray stone, is with the tall bell tower, is pretty common in a church of Sarenrae.
No. Oh, that's one of them. They're uppity gods.
What was the name of the god again?
Sarenrae.
Can you spell that?
Sarenrae.
Sarenrae.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Personally, I'd rather avoid the church.
Oi, hey,
Hey, man.
Urukubar,
Well,
don't jump it. Do not jump in that well.
I like the well.
It's a nice well, admittedly so, but do not jump in it.
Okay.
You can see a little sign.
I
here
jump
that
in the
says
well.
Worthford Wishing Well.
With my shoes on.
Oh God, you're not getting your wish granted. That's for sure.
Dancing, doing a little jig.
Okay, so plot lines.
So like, is everybody out of the feed store, or is there still people in there, or should we
You
just?
can see there's still like an old guy in the feed store, but pretty much everybody has gone into the church at this point.
I think we should go in the feed store.
There's still a guy by his cart too.
I'm in the feed store buying stuff or
Yeah.
buying basic.
I too.
I'm figuring it's like some kind of general store kind of thing. Do they have human rations in the feed store?
They do.
Ooh.
Like,
I would
rations
like
made
to-
out of humans?
I would like
No,
to
it's regular
purchase
rations.
a week's worth of tools or tools of
There's a guy wearing coveralls behind the counter, and he has a name tag on that says Tom. It's like Sir Dom.
Hi,
He says howdy.
Tom.
He says, "Howdy, how y'all doing? What can I get you?"
sir, I was looking to purchase a week's worth of rations, please.
Yes, sir. We got that right here. Here you go.
Now, I need to tell you with my diplomacy check here that
No,
I
you
am
don't
a
need no diplomacy.
great, amazing person who totally deserves a 10% discount.
We don't offer discounts to strangers around here, sorry, sir.
Uh-huh. You haven't heard of me? You have never heard of the great Stabby McStabber face, as I bluff. And
Wait,
we solve the
hang
plight
on.
of the
Hang on.
rats.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. No. You can't just roll rolls because you feel like it. The rolls are asked
okay.
for, right?
Oh, damn it. Sorry. Habits.
So yeah, take it easy.
Okay.
Hang on. You said Stabber's son.
Oh, Stabby McStabber. Sorry. Sometimes it comes out. I say it a little fast. I apologize.
I don't know you, Mr. Stabby, but I would like to sometime.
I bet you would.
Oh, you that sort of tiefling?
Is he?
Tom behind the
I'm all
counter
sorts.
says, "Well, I have nothing like that in here. You can have your rations and get on down the road."
Okay.
Get on down the road, you say.
All right.
Hey,
I buy a
excuse
week's
me.
worth of field
Tom.
rations.
You need a shovel,
Tom.
or that's all we got. It's like shovels in here. What do you need?
So, Tom, we're friends, right? Tom, come on. We're friends, right?
I ain't ever seen you before. I mean, welcome to the town, but
Oh, well, see, you welcome me in. You've been pleasant so far. I think you're friendly type. We're friends. So, be a pal and tell me what's up with that church.
oh, that's just Church Sarenrae. It's just we're real nice folk over there. They're all about farming and good deeds.
She a popular girl around here?
Oh yeah, she's the most popular god in these parts. All the
Yeah.
farmers around here. That's what we like.
Oh, all right then.
Good looking lass too. Fiery looking hair.
I suppose so. I've never seen her myself. Let's thanks, Tom. I appreciate the heads up. Pal, friend, buddy.
Y'all heard about Sithers Field?
No.
No.
Tell me.
No, and that was perhaps the greatest segue of all time.
Sithers Field. You didn't hear the news? They said old Sithers he found a goat in his yard. It was covered in bats. He
Oh,
walked
yeah.
up on it, and the goat was empty. The bats all drained the blood and flew off. Never seen nothing like it, but he swears up and down.
Where fields?
Oh, Alec.
Bats.
He turned really robotic. I got nothing.
Oh, I guess my internet connection's kind of sucking today.
Oh, Bell's response.
Where is this field or farm?
I think it's
Oh,
Discord.
so there's town. It's just outside. A few hours walk away. He marks it on your map.
I think Discord.
Oh yeah. I see. It's all red. Oh, it looks green now.
What's up?
Can you guys still hear me and stuff?
Yep,
Yeah,
I'm
there's
good.
some latency going on there for a second, but maybe it was because lots of people were talking or something. I don't know.
Mm.
Discord might be having issues. We might need to switch servers or something. Or
It looks like it's fixed.
Yeah, it seems better.
oh
now.
yeah, went back.
So-
Okay, yeah, we're good. Where were we?
yeah, he was talking about Sithers Field. He ain't seen nothing like it.
I pretty much say so you found a desiccated corpse with a bunch of vampire bats on it that sucked the blood and flew off.
That's what it seems like. Yeah, I never heard of bats that do that, but
I turn to my compatriots and say, "Hey guys, we should go ask the guys who owns the field which direction the bats went."
he's down there. You could go ask him.
We should also find out if perhaps this is paying work. I'll do it if it's not paying work, but I expect a drink out of it.
Wow, Sithers ain't too much of a rich man. He's got some debt here at the general store, but I'm
Oh,
sure he could
really?
give you something.
I
You
look
better-
at Tim and I say, "Sir, I need to buy some other provisions other than the rations. I need a crowbar, 4 empty flasks, a grappling hook, flint and steel, 50 feet of silk rope, a water skin, a torch, and a traveler's outfit if you have one."
He says, "Yeah, hey, you gotta bought this stuff between sessions. Yeah, here you go. I heard all this."
Who the hell is Tim?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Whatever.
I'm Tim. I work at the feed store.
Oh, I got it right. Yes.
No, your name's
Tom.
your name's Tom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
Tom,
come
all the
on,
time.
not Tim.
Tom, how much did you have to drink
That's
last
what
night?
I said. I'm not going to church for a reason.
What, are you just too hungover?
That's a way to put it.
Now, Tom, you look like a wonderful silver fox and all that, but you happen to have a pipe and tobacco?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
how
sir. We
much?
got red brand tobacco.
And how much would that cost?
Oh, 1 silver. Consult the source over there.
Silver.
But yeah, y'all shiny adventurer types in here. I mean, I don't know. You wanna? Good point. You do. I got a potato field needs plowing. You want some work or something?
Where's the closest graveyard?
There's a graveyard outside town.
Okay.
So
Wait.
we're kind of about around Sithers' place, really.
There's a graveyard around Sithers' place.
Yes, sir. It's kind of adjoining property, but it's been there
So
way longer.
let me get this straight. The guy who found vampire bats eating a goat in his yard happens to be next to a graveyard. Just want to make sure I got that right.
I don't know nothing about no vampires. I just saw lots. I just heard you talk about lots of bats.
Vampire bats, blood-sucking bats. I'm sorry, I might be using the wrong words here, but yes. But the graveyard is next to his property. Is that right?
Sure.
Ooh. Guys, I think we might have some evil to fight. Perhaps we should investigate. It may not be apparently paying work, but I'm sure there is some reward to be had.
Rugbar and Pat are like already at the door. They look like they're ready to go.
I run out the door after them. Wait for me!
Okay, are we choosing to travel?
I look over across the street and be like, ooh, alchemist shop! And then I go in there and be like, give me 1 second. Actually, no, I need to go. Are the services done?
I think we're leaving. Is there a vote here for leaving?
Because I just wanted to buy some holy water.
The alchemist hasn't ever heard anything called holy water. He says there's a church next door, but they look busy.
Yeah, never mind. Okay.
Just like blow through that.
I was going to try and spend the rest of my money, but I'm taking too much time. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so leaving town?
Fuck yes.
Yep, let's do it.
Let's be off. Hey, Zozo.
What do you want?
Cheer up, mate. We're going on an adventure.
I just want to punch something.
You always.
You don't know me, you fucking stranger. Get the fuck away from me.
Fair.
Loading. Okay, so yeah, while you were in the place, the guy had took out your map. You guys are looking at this map, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, he had kind of shown you a place that looks like it's just a little bit south. The house where this fields is. And yeah, it's a nice bright sunny day. It's like spring. It's nice out. There's birds chirping and stuff. And you walk down the road. It's a really nice large road, and nothing really eventful happens because it's so early. And it's kind of like a holy day. But yeah, you get to Sithers Field without much issue. Let me look at this. Okay. Loading.
Loading.
Fuck everybody get on the square. Okay. So yeah, after a long walk down this really nice kind of well-paved road, it's kind of a smaller road that comes off to the side, and you come up to a farm, and it's just a real small farm. It's kind of like the middle of the day, and over to your right. You see a bunch of goats, and it's kind of a nice little farm area. There's the goats behind the fence. Like, bah! I've had goats before. That's what they sound like, and they're just kind of having a goaty old time, goating about.
I look at the goat and point and go, goat! Bah!
Bah! Goats particularly like when you yell at them because they like to yell back. But yeah, there's also kind of a small farm over there. You can see a little farm building. And the goats are all happy in their kind of den.
That's a big ass goat.
There's a farmer guy outside. Yeah, there's little baby goats and big goats. there's a farmer guy outside, and he kind of comes at you, and he says, howdy, y'all. How you doing?
Howdy,
hello.
Evening.
What brings you to Sithersfield today? Might I interest you in some goat milk?
I'll pass it. But we heard you have a little bit of a bat.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. The other day, had a goat or two. Ended up getting, I don't know, attacked by some bats or something. Found them kind of empty.
Is this the first time that this is?
Oh, yeah, it's a pretty rare occurrence. Never heard nothing like it.
And we also heard that you were not far from a local graveyard.
Oh, yeah, there's a graveyard right around the corner. Actually, it's adjacent over in that kind of the direction of that forest there. But it's just kind of old family graveyard. There's not but a few graves there, 3 or 4.
You wouldn't happen to know which direction the bats flew off to when they ate your goat. We heard about the incident from a local shopkeeper.
Yeah, they found the goat over there near the corner of the yard, and they ran right towards the woods there.
The woods over where the graveyard is?
Oh yeah, north kind of woods there.
I look over and try to peer into the woods to see if I see anything out of the ordinary in that direction.
You can see that it's just like really pretty thick woods. You could probably go in there and explore deeper, but like it's pretty deep, pretty thick kind of old tree.
Mm.
And yeah, he says, I don't know, it's not my property, so I don't be sticking my nose in places where it don't belong. You're just more than welcome to go over there and see what's going on.
Does anybody else own that land in that direction?
Says, oh, I don't know. I heard the guy, when I first came here about 40 years ago, I met the guy, but hadn't seen him in a long time. He was a little fella.
When you say long time, you mean like years, months, weeks?
Oh, no. I mean, the place just got overgrown, so it's just out here in the country. It's pretty common. A place will get bought up and abandoned and left to rot. So I figured he moved back to town or something.
You wouldn't happen to know a name of this person, would you?
I don't know. Let me see. And he kind of takes a couple steps back towards this thing, and he goes, Martha, what's the name of that neighbor over there with the trees? You can hear something from the house, and you can't quite make it out, but it's definitely like a high pitched shrill lady, like screaming something. And yeah, and then he turns around and says, "Oh yeah, I think the guy's name was Bordeaux, something like that."
Bordeaux.
I don't know. It's been a while, but says, "Yeah, you're free to walk on my property to go over there if you want, whatever."
I walk my way over to the edge of the woods and try to peek deeper.
Yeah, you can see kind of a trail through the woods. It's looks pretty old, but it's definitely still kind of clear there. And
so there is a clear-cut trail through the woods, deeper in where the bats came from.
Yes, to the graveyard.
To a graveyard. Let's go. That
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
like there's some dead bodies to loot and liches to fight.
Liches?
No, I didn't say that. No, I didn't say liches. I don't know what you're talking about.
I would
Nothing
hope that we
protects
don't run
graveyards.
into a lich.
No, nothing's gonna happen if we go grave robbing.
No, it's just a graveyard at the end of the ominous forest. But yeah, you guys will be fine.
Come on, Zozo. You can maybe punch the ground or something.
I'm about over you and your fucking ass.
Don't patronize him. Okay, so yeah, you walk down the deep, dark forest path, and it's real spooky, real creepy looking forest stuff. And you end up down the long path, and you see a couple gravestones and stuff. There's a couple trees around, and there's some gravestones. And yeah, as you see more of the area, you hear a kind of shrill voice, and he says, "Hey, hey there, what y'all doing?"
Is your name Bordeaux?
And in the distance, you can see that there's kind of gravestones all over the place, and there's one more really intricate gravestone that kind of has like a casket in the middle. And yeah, it's a little tiny kind of casket. Looks like it could be the size of a cat. And yeah, there's a little dwarf. He's in there, and he's kind of standing on top of it, and he's like, "Hey there, travelers! How y'all doing? What brings you to my part of the woods?"
Brethren!
I'll let you take this one.
What's your
Cousin!
name there, friend?
Perhaps.
Cousin, I don't know you by no cousin. What's your name there?
I'm Sigbert.
Sigbert.
Sigbert Stamperstone Ironson III. Yes.
Ooh, Sigbert of many names. I'm Boris. How's it going?
Oh, hello, Boris. Boris, what are you doing in this graveyard?
Well, see, I bought this property a long time ago, but I don't quite know how to put it, but I'm a vampire now.
I knew it! I knew it!
What?
I mean, I never heard of nothing like it, but next thing you know is, bread doesn't taste good anymore, and it doesn't sustain me, and I gotta drink blood or something. And
I take
I
3
wanna-
steps back and say, "That's great. Nice to meet you. I think I'll be back in some time, and we could maybe have a dinner date. Maybe, yeah."
I want to do an insight check to see if he's actually telling the truth or if he's just like a confused individual.
What is the skill for that? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I
That would
believe
be-
it's
I think you're
Sense
thinking of
motive is the check.
yeah, sense motive.
That's it, yes, make a sense motive check.
Oh, I was thinking perception because you're trying to see through a disguise or
Well,
something.
either one's fine. But yeah, I mean, you can tell that he's a dwarf, but like he's wearing overalls and stuff, and he's even got a pitchfork and stuff. He just seems like a kind of real rural dwarf, like he was probably a farmer or something. I mean, you can see that from talking from him at a distance, you can see that he has pointed teeth, like a vampire would, but like otherwise, you can't really tell if he's telling the truth or not.
All right.
But yeah, he says, "How can I help you?"
Well, I gotta admit, you're the friendliest vampire that I've ever met.
Well, I'm not the type for killing and things, I just kind of have a simple living here, raising cows and goats and things. But the stock's been running low,
Do you feed off of these cows and
Oh yeah. I realized a long time ago I don't gotta bite people like the spooky vampires or nothing. I can just have a cow. Ain't harming no one.
It's interesting because we've gotten reports of vampire bats going around killing other people's livestock.
Well, yeah, man's gotta eat.
You wouldn't happen to be able to turn into a swarm of bats, would you?
Something like that.
One second, guys.
That's what I thought. So,
But yeah, what's his problems? I mean, ain't
Well-
hurt nobody. Not looking for any trouble.
well, okay. No, I can appreciate that as someone who's a neutral party in all of this. Yeah. Hey, how about this? I have an idea. I might be able to provide you services to get you a safe, fresh source blood, so that way you don't have to, feed on the local livestock and scare people. What would you say to that?
Ain't trying to scare nobody, but I could see how that could be good. What are you proposing?
So perhaps instead of you feeding on random livestock randomly, perhaps we could buy the livestock for you and then maybe help you start a simple farm that you could rotate through so that way you could continue living on, like a really good livestock slaughterhouse kind of deal. So, you would never have to worry about blood again, and you'd be providing a good service to the local people instead of, scaring the shit out of the farmer next door.
And-
Can I roll diplomacy to try to convince him?
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
And Espy, you can also.
I was just gonna ask,
Fail.
Stabby McStabberson, where are we gonna get the gold to acquire said animal?
That's a minor detail for right now.
I think that's a very major detail.
Well, no, that's part of it. We've got to make some arrangements. I have some ideas for outsourcing jobs, perhaps.
I mean, I can provide a service, but it only generates so much income.
Boris looks at you with a strange look. He doesn't quite understand, but
I look at him.
I'm not looking for charity or nothing like that. I'm a simple gnome. I kind of got things handled.
So do you have any money?
Money? I don't have much use for money out here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I don't know. Well, so you live in this graveyard, huh?
Yeah, I found I kind of got to hibernate in this here big coffin. Kind of comes with a condition,
So, who? Obviously, you gained this vampirism from someone. Where did you get it from? Or did someone bite
one
you?
night
Or
there's a dog or something came in and was trying to fight him off, and next thing you know, vampire. Actually, I'm pretty tired, and I gotta hit the hay here. It's getting pretty pried out, so I gotta get to bed. It's I can't be hanging out in the sunlight for long. So I'd appreciate if y'all move on along down the road here. And it's been nice talking with you.
I whispered to Espy, we should jump him.
And yeah, he kind of like gets into his little container thing there. It's got like a little interchange. He's got a big lid. It's like over here that he's thinking about moving.
I just back to Stabby about in about 20 minutes. He gets settled.
I did not understand a word of
Yeah,
that.
he cut out a bunch.
Said, just wait about 10, 20 minutes, and once he gets settled, then we can.
Okay. What might actually be a good idea is to tell the local authorities first, so that way we don't get blamed for a random murder. I whisper to him very quietly, without the vampire noticing.
He's got sharp teeth. I don't think anybody's gonna question it.
Well,
The dwarf kind of pokes his head up out of the hole, and he's like, "Y'all ain't left yet? Sorry, but I gotta head to bed. I gotta ask y'all to head on around the road."
Sorry about that. We were just chatting.
we're just leaving. Bye.
Right.
Yeah, and he kind of creaks the casket cover over a little bit more, but he's still got a crack. He's keeping his eye on you. He doesn't trust you guys on his lawn.
Say we walk away, come back in 20 minutes.
Should ask the local townsfolk about him.
Or
Or
how long
actually,
would it take for us to get back to?
Back to town?
Yeah.
It'd take you another 2 hours, and by now it's about midday. He's wanting to hit bed.
Yeah, he'll be awake by the time we get back.
I have an even better idea. Let's go over to the local farmer and tell him what we found out.
Yeah, it's only a couple minutes.
That's a lot closer, and he could tell the local townsfolk, and then they could decide what to do. It's their problem to begin with.
True.
Okay, back to the farmer.
This is not Batman. What the fuck?
And the farmer says, "Howdy, y'all. How you been doing? How was your trek in the woods there?"
Oh, just enjoying the view, the scenery.
Your
Lovely
neighbor's a
graveyard.
vampire.
Vampire's a neighbor.
Oh, what do you mean?
You heard me correctly. He's a vampire. He openly
Who's a
admitted-
vampire?
Your neighbor.
Your wife.
No, not the wife. God, no.
Yeah, that explains a thing or two, but I don't know.
So, yeah, no, he's sitting in a coffin right now saying that it's too bright out and needs to rest for nightfall so he can wake up and feed again. Probably going to eat the rest of your livestock if we don't come up with something here soon. Perhaps you could join forces with him and create a beef jerky farm.
Or just
Wait, what? You're moving real fast.
Or, you can just empty out all your pockets and your jewelry boxes and just give us as much gold as you need.
We can take care of this problem for you for the measly cost of 2,000 gold pieces.
Hey, hang on.
Kill you.
Wait. So you're saying my neighbor's a vampire?
Yes, your neighbor is a vampire.
That place has been abandoned for years.
And he's
What are you guys
still
talking-
there.
Have you seen any weird looking dogs around here lately?
No, nothing like that.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know what you're saying about my neighbor there. It sounds a little far-fetched.
Why don't you go over there and talk to him, and take a good look
Yeah.
at his teeth.
Maybe we
I'm
should.
busy here with work. I haven't been over there for a decade or two.
Are
Those
you
tend
a
to.
vampire?
Let's take your wife.
No, sir.
You're a daywalker, aren't you?
Preposterous.
Why don't we show you where he sleeps later tonight?
I'm
Why
not
don't we show
interested
you right
in
now
any,
and open the
any of your
coffin?
hubbub. You damn adventurers just coming around causing trouble.
No, we're
I
not.
got a
causing
few goats
trouble.
disappearing, but you guys are trying to talk me into all kinds of stuff. And
Can I roll diplomacy to plead to his sense of belief of some kind that we're telling him the truth, trying to appeal to something inside of him?
I'm already ready to leave this farmer to his fate.
Hey, man, if you just want all your goats get slaughtered, that's cool, man. But all right.
Lost 2 goats so far. Got plenty more than that. And I don't know. I figure the bats will pass eventually.
Well, I'll tell you what. Tonight, you will probably lose another goat. And if you do, and you still don't believe us, and you don't think it's vampires, then fine. But when the day comes that you have no goats left, and there is nothing left to herd because it all got eaten by said vampire dick out in the coffin, not more than 100 feet away. If you think he's not the source of your problem, we'll just wait for you to not have anything to use on your farm anymore. And we'll come back, and we'll see if you still want help.
Roll diplomacy one more time.
Okay.
Riveting speech. Has anyone asked the goats how they
Damn
feel?
it.
Okay, so the farmer kind of
Anybody's-
with your heartfelt speech, the farmer kind of says, all right, well, you all seem like you know what you're talking about, but I ain't going on no adventure in the woods, and so if you want to wait here till night, you could I don't know, see if he comes or something like that.
Okay.
I just want to know.
Y'all
when
can camp over there if you'd like, or down south a bit. We got a kind of clearing down here.
Where's the corpse of your dead sheep at?
Who? The corpse of the dead sheep?
Yeah.
It's over there in the corner. I kind of half buried it, but
I'm gonna need that corpse.
I need that corpse. What do you mean by that? I don't like the sound of that.
I'm
What
gonna
do you-
I'm gonna wear the corpse and sit with this sheep and use myself as bait.
I mean, whatever you're into, I guess. And yeah, you can see a little further into the field that there's like a dead goat over in the corner that's kind of like half buried. But like the guy's really old, so like he tried to bury it, but he didn't have much success.
I'm a root bar, have sheep band.
Okay, so yeah, do you guys like the campsite is kind of down here, and if you would like to just wait for the rest of the day or like light a fire or something, or like
Well, we kind of have two options. We can wait for the vampire to come to us in his natural form and try to kill him that way. Or we can go up north and kill him while he sleeps, while he's weakened, and it'll be in the middle of the day where if he tries to fight back, we can just run out of the room screaming and he can get burned by sunlight.
Yeah, so
I would like to point out, we're not getting paid.
Yeah, but it's a vampire. I mean, I think goats are cute, personally.
I mean, I could care less either way.
I mean, I could just run back to the church real quick and get a flask of holy water and then just like funnel it down his throat while he sleeps and we can be done with this.
So it's about 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and since it's like 2 hours back to town, you probably couldn't make it there and back before nightfall.
Damn it. Okay, well, that's what I get for not buying my flask of holy water ahead of time.
Well, I pull out my pipe, pack it with tobacco, and my...
What kind of tobacco is that?
No idea. Whatever Tom sold me. I use my spark to ignite it.
Smoke rings kind of go off into the distance, and now it's kind of like sunset, and everybody's chilling around kind of like a campfire. Got like some logs to sit on that the old man kind of brought you guys, and some cheese and bread and stuff, just simple like peasant food.
It's my favorite kind of food, personally. I hate the hoity-toity stuff.
Arukbar, are you snuggling with the goat, or do you want some cheese?
I'm snuggling with the goat. I'm bait.
Okay.
Snuggle, snuggle.
No, I'm inside the corpse, like Star Wars style.
All night. Okay. He's over there with like blood on his face, like he's painted it on. And he's like totally into this, tracking the monster. Okay, so yeah, is that it? You guys are good for the night, and you kind of want to wait until it gets dark out? It's sunset-ish now.
I guess.
Yep, I ain't afraid.
Okay, so that should work.
Oh God, it's midnight.
So it's nighttime, and like there's some clouds have came in. There's some thunder in the distance that's been rumbling all night. You know, making that noise like in the distance. And every once in a while you hear kind of like a big crack of lightning. And yeah, it's kind of a spooky night, but it's pretty late, and you haven't heard too much going on yet. Stuff's pretty calm. But in the distance, Urukbar, since you're snuggling with a goat corpse, you see you hear a noise kind of coming in the distance, and it's kind of a flapping. Sounds like a lot of things flapping. And in the distance, you can hear kind of... It's like a swarm of something. And you can kind of see it in the dark there. Can you see that now?
Yep. Yeah, I'm just going to stay put.
Okay, so you stay put, and the swarm kind of flops up nearer, kind of flops further and further along towards the field. And there's a goat. And the goat pops into existence because it wasn't. And you see the swarm of bats come right over to the goat. And they all latch on, and they all start biting.
Can I yell for help?
You can. Yeah, you could shout. The guys over here are kind of up, but they're not
We're waiting for
much
your
looking
cue.
over here. You have been in the mud.
Hey guys, there's some shit going down over here.
Okay, you guys are able to move. Who would like to investigate further?
I'll go ahead.
I'll follow.
Okay, so yeah, you walk up pretty
I
much to
follow.
the gate there, and at the gate you can see that there's the rest of the kind of area, and you can see the bats there, obviously like completely engorged on top of the goat, right? And as this happens, a few more goats, they kind of goat on out here doing the goat noise, kind of at night. They're still up because they're worried about stuff, and there's some babies around. And another swarm of something comes into the distance. making the same kind of fluffy noise.
Oh dang! Ah, bat.
And at this point, you guys can roll initiative.
Yeah. Oh yeah, push the initiative button. Not on your character sheet.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a pro. Wait. Hold. So I gotta open the thing. I guess you clicked it. It worked. So maybe you can just click and it'll work.
Yeah, mine's not.
So if you click your
there.
token and then on the top left there should be a button called Unit. Yeah, look, does it work? Yes, it worked. I guess this is kind of giving things away. They should be on a different layer. I'm still learning. This is hard. Okay. Okay, and then you click the sort button. I think everybody ran. 4 people. Pat, did you roll? You didn't roll initiative.
Yeah, he got 4.
Survived. Okay, he got 4. He's making it hard on me, but that's okay. Pat got 4, and then we sort by descending. Yep, okay. So okay, hidden movement. I don't know if you've ever played what is that game? XCOM?
Alien activity.
Yeah, alien activity. And it like makes the noise, yeah. And then BigJay, since you were in the bushes, there's a big huge swarm of bats over there and it's completely covering on that goat. But it's your turn first. What do you choose to do?
Let's get attack the bat swarm. That looks about right.
Okay.
Just roll attack.
Just roll your attack button. Yeah, the bat swarm is a monster of normal variety. You rolled a 15. It has, and your 15 misses the bat swarm. There's a bunch of tiny little creatures in there, and they're all flutting around. And your big, huge greatsword just like goes right through the whole group of them, unsuccessfully.
Oh no!
Next up is the unseen bat swarm. And they move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turns. And that's it for the bat swarm. Next up is Espy. See these bat swarms all swarming and there's goats everywhere? What do you want to do?
I guess push open the gate. I'm not sure if it's locked or not.
Yeah, the gate's open. Yeah, just
push it open, and then I go right towards the swarm where.
Okay, yeah, you got like 6 squares, so that was like 4, 5.
I believe I'm right next to the bat.
Yep, that's good.
All right, and I'll just take a swing with my long sword, 2-handed.
Okay. J boss. So you rolled a 21 total, which does crit, which is because it was a 19 roll. But your confirmation was not enough to confirm. So you did not crit. And you did 1d8 plus 3, and you rolled a 3 plus 3, so you did 6 damage to the swarm. And your big, what is it, a longsword, kind of cleaves through. It hit a couple bats, and you can see some kind of blood fall from the area. But that's it.
Excellent.
Okay, and then next up is other bat swarm. And they fly over here to this other goat. And they just swarm on this goat. They're happy. They're like completely nibbling on this. The goat is really upset about this situation.
What the hell, you guys?
Goat is really unhappy about the situation. That is the best goddamn sentence I've heard all day.
Wow. Okay, and then yeah, this other bat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Jesus!
7. Swarms are coming out of the woods like crazy.
Oh shit! Vampire bat swarms. Oh
The
god!
farmer's still in bed.
It's okay, guys. I got something to help us out.
Okay, and then out of the darkness comes boom, 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 boom. Old Boris.
Oh,
He
this
comes hobbling
asshole.
out of the darkness and he walks up to the fence and he says, "Howdy, y'all. How y'all doing? I'm just having a little midnight snack here."
You sack of shit! I yell at him.
And yeah, he says, I don't want no trouble here. You guys better play nice. And he stares intently at Espy and he tries to dominate you.
Oh shit!
So why is
You
that
have to
a
roll
roll?
a will save, which will be on your first page. Will.
What class are you again, SB?
Magus.
I rolled a 12. The DC was 11, so you pass. And even though he looks at you and he gives you like he's doing the 2 fingers thing, he's pointing at you, like he's trying to like force mind control. And but like he's got nothing, so you just stare him back down, and you're kind of like made of a tougher stuff than he is, even though he's a little.
Yell at him. My mother is scarier than you are.
Apothem, you're up. You just saw this gnome come up and give your friend like the nastiest look you've ever seen. Like, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go fuck up that gnome is what I'm gonna do. Let's see, I've got acrobatics. How high is the fence?
You can get right over the fence pretty easy, right where you're at. The gate's open. I just haven't drawn it because it's difficult to do that.
6.
I can't erase that segment with erasing the entire fence. So
I understand. So I'm gonna acrobatics over the fence this way.
You can move 6 squares pretty safe.
Yep. Let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, so you provoke an attack of opportunity.
Wait a
I don't know if wait. I don't mean to Google.
Wait a second. No, I'm entering a threatened square. Well, that's kind of the point. I'm trying to get in enough that I can swing at them within the first attack. I'm not trying to go far enough that I'm provoking an attack of opportunity. Am I able to?
No, so swarms do not get attack of opportunities, so you're good.
Okay, so but regardless, I want to be here anyway.
Okay.
So, and I'm gonna swing at the closest enemy with my main weapon.
This one there is your choice.
Yep. And we roll.
Ooh.
I crit and I confirm.
Your rapier flies through, and you can see like it just smashes into a ton of the bats there. Probably gets like 10 of them.
Did I confirm?
Your critical strike does not confirm.
Oh no! Okay, never mind.
To the swarm.
Okay.
And you can see like 5 or 6 bats totally laying on the floor, kind of squirming, like doing that noise, bats like.
Yep.
Pat, you're up. There's bats flying all over the place. Which one are you gonna punch? Pat's muted.
Yep.
Pat,
I'm well aware that I'm muted. I guess we're gonna rush and attack this.
That swarm of bats just called your mama a hoe.
Would you like to do a charge?
what?
No, I'm just gonna walk up and I'm gonna
Okay. Walk up
fucking.
and just get your 1 attack, not the flurry.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, and your fists strike true, and you just nail a couple bats, and you nail them so good that they kind of chain reaction to a couple other bats. And a couple bats go flying just off into the distance. And that's your turn. Chez, you are next. There's bats flying everywhere.
I got a question.
What's up?
The bats were spawned by the vampire, right?
Yeah.
You don't really know that, but he did mention something about, something like that is what his response was.
If they are either part of the vampire or they were spawned by the vampire, do they count as undead or negative energy beings?
Yes.
Excellent.
Wait, aren't you a cleric?
Yup.
Oh, here we go.
3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Here comes the turn.
Where's my measuring stick? Where's my measuring?
It's not the one in your pants.
Y'all allow it.
Chesley, don't grab the one in your pants. That's just masturbation. You know better.
Oh, it's right clicking.
Okay,
What?
yeah, what are you doing, channel, what's it called?
Yep. and it's going to hit everybody. Well, all the negative
25
energy
foot
beings.
range, is it?
It's a 30-foot range for turning.
No, I'm not turning.
Oh, what are you doing?
I can't turn. It's not my.
Oh,
I don't think I can turn.
that's an innate ability that all clerics have. It's charisma based though, so if your charisma is really low, you can't. It's not really fruitful.
I think he just called you ugly.
I
You know
think you
what?
did. Yeah, that was fucked up.
Hey, I'm the only
my
ugly
charisma-
one in this group.
He's got
Okay.
his own buttons.
My
to press.
charisma's a 10. I'm a standard dwarf.
A standard dwarf.
I'm a standard dwarf. No, I do not have turn undead. I have channel positive energy, which I'm going to do.
Yeah, I believe you do a D6.
Yep, I need a will save from the bats and the Boris.
Big?
Okay. You're gonna hit all 4 bats, I think. And
Yep.
Boris. Okay. Oh, you gotta roll your damage.
Got it. Got to do a custom roll because I ain't
Oh,
got
what is your
this
DC
on
as well?
The DC for that is going to
It's 10 plus your caster level plus the spell. No, plus your charisma modifier, I think. Because you're a cleric.
should be 10 plus my wisdom modifier.
I don't say either the wisdom or intelligence. It's only like 1 or 2 classes do like charisma.
My character sheet says 10. So
Energy, 10 plus 1/2 the cleric level plus charisma. So 10 plus your
Huh.
charisma.
yeah,
That's what I
that's just a solid 10.
You have no charisma? Okay.
I got 10 charisma, which is
Okay,
plus
so yeah,
0
DC
mod.
10. What was his name? It wasn't Chez.
Boris.
Fuck. It was a Chez will save that I rolled. That was the wrong guy. Will save here.
5 damage, by the way.
Boris. Boris failed his save, and so he took, what was the damage?
5.
5.
And then there was 4 bats in there, right?
Yep.
3 of them passed. 1 of them did not, and the third one from the left takes the 5 damage.
The other 3 take, I guess, 2 or 3, depending on whether you round up or down.
Oh yeah, they take half. Okay.
Yup.
Oh,
I
yeah,
gotta type all kinds of buttons, but yeah, geez, Chez with the many damages.
Oh, yeah, you little faith. Drink up.
This guy did not have a turn. I might have fucked that up, so he's just jumping in. Sorry to do that to you guys, but he did not have an initiative and needs to. And that's what he rolled, so. Okay, so Chez, your turn is over. Next
Yep.
up is this bat. And he's here. He sees all these guys kind of all over the place, and there's this goat, but there's these other dudes who look a lot more delicious. So he moves forward 1 square, and he does his he ends his movement, which so bats, swarms are weird types of monsters that are a 10-foot AoE that they only do damage when they like end their turn on top of you, and they just do damage. There's no roll involved. You just take what they roll. And so he does 3 damage to Espy, which I can do for you. And he also puts a status on you. It's a bleed status effect,
Oh, great.
which I'll put on with maybe there's like a blood drop icon or some shit. Maybe like a heart chain. That sounds
That sounds dope as hell.
dope as hell. So yeah, next turn you'll take 1 HP damage when it's your turn. And BigJay, it's your turn. You just saw this bats all just like swarm your friend. They were biting on his neck and stuff, but it seems like he survived it.
Yep. Let's keep swinging. Same group of bats. Yeah. That's no good.
Nope.
Hey, I don't think my damage is supposed to be 46. FY. It's only supposed to be 2.
2d6 plus 4. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it shows for me. 2d6.
It's
plus
showing
4.
it's showing that because it's also rolling potential crit damage.
Oh,
if you
got
crit.
it. Okay.
That macro rolls damage and also goes ahead and rolls if you crit.
Okay.
So
Okay, so yeah, you swing your big, huge greatsword, but again, you just miss all these bats. These bats are pretty evasive.
I suck.
That's okay.
Do I need to roll percentage to see if I hit this goat or sheep?
No, the goat's, I think he's mostly dead, really. The bats have been suckling on him. We might just hit him with the sweet, sweet X symbol.
Aw.
But next up is this swarm of bats. And there's all these bats going around. They're going to flutter over here. And they're going to get on top of the BigJay and the goat at the same time.
I like being on bottom.
And the same thing. They're going to do their damage. They do 1 damage. And you are also bleeding.
Oh no.
Heart chained. You will take 1 damage on your turn. So next up is Espy, and your turn starts. You have bleeding, and you take 1 damage. You can try to perform a DC 10 heal check, which you can use as your move action to stop the bleeding. And you can also attack on top of that.
I don't have opportunity. Play. And I believe as a color spray, I believe is a 15-foot cone.
Yes, which would hit the gnome and the bat swarm, I guess.
That's what I wanted to.
That's the spell. If you guys want to Google it or whatever. Yeah, if the creature has 2 hit dice or less, they're unconscious and a bunch of stuff. 3 or 4, they get different effects. It's instantaneous, and I get a will save to negate the effect. I guess there's not a way to draw a cool cone. But yeah, it's pretty much like a 15-foot, if you can see that kind of area.
Yeah.
You're getting the goat, too. The goat is very upset about this situation.
It's just done. It ain't getting hurt.
The goat gets a will save. He's not very good at it. Oh, also, what's your DC? Your DC is 10 plus spell level plus your main attribute for casting spell.
Charisma 2, so
Those things.
So 10 plus 1 plus 2. Spell level 1. So
13.
13.
Okay, so the goat completely fails his save. And he's bedazzled.
that goat is so upset.
You sheep.
The bat swarm.
I'm upset for the goat.
He wasn't doing nothing. So the bat swarm makes his save. And the vampire. No. Sorry, I gotta scroll through stuff. He does not make his save. And he has 3 hit dice. So he is blinded and stunned for 1d4 rounds and then stunned for 1 round. So Espy, you can roll a d4.
Good move, Espy.
Blinded, I guess, is sad face, and stunned is, I don't know, lightning bolty thing.
As long as you know what they are, Behr.
What the hell?
They don't give you very good icons here. But yeah, so that guy is Espy with a spray of crazy color lights just kind of blasts out of his hand and smashes all this stuff. Goat is completely bedazzled.
Robo
He
Behr.
doesn't even understand. He, server.
Yeah, Discord.
Fuck. Do we have another server?
You're coming in clear for me now.
I mean, we could probably move up. Think it's fine now?
Question mark?
Yeah, I can hear
Yeah.
you. I can hear
Yeah,
you
it's
clear
good
now.
now.
Okay. Yeah, what
Should-
the fuck? Okay, that sucks.
It's just being weird.
Okay, yeah, with the spray of dazzling light from Espy's hand, he blasts the bat and the goat is very upset with the situation.
By the way, those lights from my.
The goat also gets the status effects. Next up is that bat, and he made his save, so he scoots forward 2 squares, and he's on top of Espy, and he again does his just flat damage.
Ooh.
Ooh, he does 5 damage, and you are still poisoned. I don't think poison stacks.
Bleeding.
So going with bleeding.
Oh, down to 2.
Yeah, that hurts.
I say sig, but I need you to touch my bottom.
I don't remember giving you my. Wait, yes, I did. All right.
Next up is this other bat swarm. It moves on top of Pat, and it does its swarm attack damage. He does 1. Pat, like the tough guy he is, just kind of shrugs it off. No big deal.
Zozo in Pat's monk's language means dances among bats.
That's his tribal name.
What the fuck?
I can
Next
make
up
that
is
do it.
Boris. Boris is stunned and blinded. He drops everything he's holding. He can't take actions. He takes a -2 penalty to AC. And he can't see anything. One moment, please. He was holding.
Can we just say he just doesn't move this turn?
He wasn't holding anything, actually. He was an unhanded vampire, so he doesn't drop anything. And yeah, his turn is pretty much over. He's completely fucked. But his turn is now over, and he only had to affect for 1 round, so that was like he loses his status effects. Next round, he gets to go. Next up is Apothem.
You said these things can't attack of opportunity, right?
Nope, because they're swarms.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm thinking.
The bats flutter menacingly.
Can I hit him? Can I hit the bad guy over the fence, or do I have to jump over the fence?
Yeah, you could use your move, and you could get over next to him and hit him. Yeah.
So if I go here, I'm okay and can still swing at him.
Yeah,
but
you'll
if-
get like a -1 because there is a fence in the way.
yeah, it's technically half cover, so
We'll
theoretically.
just give you a -1.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I guess I'll just swing from here then.
Swing for the fences.
And
Hopefully over
Ah.
them.
and
So many crits.
So you crit. Does 10 confirm a crit, or is it 11? I guess it
It's-
has to be 11, doesn't it?
No, it has to be a hit.
Yeah, I thought
Oh,
it
it
had
has to be a hit. Oh,
Yeah.
that's what. Okay, so yeah, no, it is not a crit then. You
Yeah.
do 5 damage to the gnome though. Your rapier flies true, and it looks like that hurt him as he kind of coming out of his stupor. Next up's Pat. You got this bat swarm all sucking on your blood. What are you gonna do?
Going to flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows? So your first karate chop comes flying through. It hits a bunch of bats, and it does 8 damage. And as your karate chop flies through, it hits like every bat, like all the remaining bats. And as your chop flies through the swarm, you kind of realize that the swarm is no more, and all the bats are on the floor. Your second attack misses because they're all dead.
Yep. Dances among bats.
Just flex.
Just
He
flex
just
on.
flexes.
Yeah, feeling it. Let's go. Next person.
Nice.
Hide
pecs.
yourself in the heart of battle.
Nice pecs. Chez, you're up. You just saw those pecs like reflecting the moonlight. It was majestic. What's your plan?
My plan, good sir, is to scoot, 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 scoot. Don't touch the butt.
I'm scooting.
Touch the butt.
The goat's butt?
No, Espy's butt.
My butt.
Oh, okay.
And,
Touch your booties.
He touched the
I
butt.
I didn't know you touching my butt could heal me. I just
He's never had it like that before.
Yeah,
You
good
heal
deal.
11.
Jeez. What's your max SP?
11.
Sorry, I haven't been paying a lot of attention work stuff. But what happened?
It's okay. Sexual innuendo.
Oh, okay.
I
That's
came
my
over and I said I was going to heal Espy by touching his butt. Espy goes, I just wanted to touch my butt. No, I didn't know it was going to heal me.
Hey, stop
Oh,
it with that healing
Jesus.
stuff. I just want
Okay.
sexual attention.
So next up is the other bat swarm. And it's all you guys having some weird sexual healing and stuff. So it moves right over on top of both of you.
Ah!
And
already
it does
bleeding,
the
so it
swarm
don't matter.
damage. 2 damage. So you got 12.
Sigbert swats ineffectively at the bats.
And you get a blood drippy icon. You got a 9. And you already got your blood drippy. Next up is BigJay. There's some more bats still biting you right in the neck, man. What's your plan?
Yep. We're just gonna take another swing and probably miss. So
Swing that weapon.
Ah! Hey!
Yeah. 16 plus 4, 20. That totally hits, and you do 11 damage to this one. And your greatsword chops right through, and just it gets all the bats right in half, sliced cleanly right when they were all lined up. And that's it for the bat.
He just got pissed and was like, forgive me, master. This one time I have to go all out.
You could still move if you like, or pass your turn.
Swing for the fences.
How far can we move? After this is
Your dwarf, 4 squares.
4
No,
squares?
more than that, yeah.
Wait, are you a dwarf too?
No.
He's an orc.
No, oh, you're arc.
He's
You
half
get 30, so 6 squares.
Okay.
Those 1 to those 4.
4, 5.
Okay. Turn is over. Espy, you're up next. You saw him just slice all those bats. What's your plan? The goat's running around.
This is going to be awkward. Because surrounding the gnome. If I go here, angle it a certain way, miss, rogue, and fighter, do another colors, rainbow of colors. I have 1 additional bonus spell bar.
Oh, you're gonna do the same spell on him. Okay.
I'm gonna keep him locked down.
Okay. What was your DC again? I think it's
13.
The same thing. It's a will save.
God.
You're on 14, and your blinding spray has no effect. I think will negates. Yeah.
Now,
Unsuccessful. The gnome kind of stands there, and all the lights flash him in the eyes, and he just keeps staring at you with that look like you're on his lawn.
oh yeah, also health.
Next up is the other rest. Oh, what'd you say?
Also lose a point of health.
Oh, yes, you did lose a life. Okay, yeah, good.
I already did it.
You got that. Cool. Next up is the bat storm, and it flutters menacingly over towards Apothem, who it sees threatening his boss. And it flutters on top and does a swarm damage for 4 damage, which is a lot on your delicate rogue frame.
I'm pretty sure I have to take a fortitude save for that, don't I?
Nope.
Nope. Swarms just apply their damage if you're in the AoE.
No, not because of that, but because I took more than half my health and damage.
Nope. That only applies if you take more than 50 damage.
More than 50 damage?
Yep.
Yeah, I've never heard of that rule at all.
Yeah, it's a thing from 3.5. If you take more than half your total life pool in damage, you have to take a DC 15 fortitude save or faint from the damage or from the pain.
Nope, not today.
Damn.
Yeah, all right, cool. That's one less thing I have to.
No vampire's turn. He shows up and he sees this rogue right in his face. He's got a bunch of bat friends and stuff.
Oh, fuck you.
How do you get through life? So
Here it comes. Here it comes. First game. Here it comes.
This dwarf gnome, he kind of looks at you, looking at him all menacingly. You've been chomping on him and stuff, and again, he tries to dominate you, which is a spell-like ability. It does not provoke attacks of opportunity. You get a will save DC 11.
Oh my god, I've got a -1 will save.
That's okay.
5. Yep.
Okay, so the dwarf, the little gnome, he looks up at you. You know, he's real short. He looks right up at you, and he just his eyes are so shocking that he just looks right into your soul. And he kind of takes control of your body, and he chooses to sit down on the ground.
I just want to get eaten by bats. This sounds great. Please eat me. I try to hug the bats.
And yeah, he looks at you and he says, I told you I want no trouble now.
Piece of shit.
And next up is your turn, Apothem, but you are dominated and you're also laying on the ground. You get I believe, fortitude save.
I think I get to. Is it a fort save for each round
it's
after?
It's a will round. Yeah, it's a will save.
Yeah, it's a will save.
I'm just gonna say, yeah, you get a will save. The DC is 11, so no, you did not. So you are dominated. You continue to lay on the ground. You think about the situation as you get a little bit of control of your body. That you're lucky this guy has chosen to just make you sit here because he could make you do a lot worse. Next up is Pat. I'm gonna delete some stuff because it's getting a little cluttered.
All those bats are disappearing.
And the dead sheep are
Pat, you're up. You got a poison. You take 1 damage, and you can make a fort save to remove the poison, I believe.
That was a bleed.
A bleed. I'm learning.
You're doing fine, dude.
Okay, so we're gonna roll.
You can make a heal check, which you can use your move to do, or you can just say fuck it and keep fighting.
I'm gonna go move to the guy. 6 blocks. 1, 2. Nope, just gonna move right here.
Okay.
That's my turn.
You could punch him.
From a block away?
There's a swarm right next to you. You could punch.
Punch the...
Yeah, diagonally, it's across.
Yeah, I didn't. I assumed there was a fence there, so.
You get a -1 as a fence there, but.
Okay, cool.
Give it a go.
Little whirly.
Whoa!
You get a -1 to that, and your fists unluckily happen to make contact with wood instead of bat, and you don't hit anything good.
Fucking grab my hand, it's like fucking hurting now.
Why did the turn order thing get weird?
Because you deleted stuff.
But there's still a bunch of dudes who should be in there.
Did you delete the wrong ones?
Oh, there we go. I just had to open it again for some reason.
What the
Okay.
happened? What I clicked a button and I think I might have messed something up.
You look
Uh-oh.
fine. I mean, you clicked something,
It's
but...
supposed to be 7. There we go.
Hey,
Okay, that was your turn?
yep. Hey, do me a favor. I'm
Yeah,
gonna move
what's
out of the bat. Move out of the bats. Do me a favor. Roll me a will save for the 2 bats and the vampire dude over here.
What are you doing?
I'm channeling positive energy again
Okay.
to do 1 damage.
Holy hell.
How many of those do you get a day?
3. I don't do shit.
Well, I think no matter what
so
they
I think
take.
all the bats made that save. I don't think Boris made the save.
Boris does not make the save. No,
And he
Boris
takes 1
sucks.
damage.
he
I think
takes
they all
1
take
damage.
1 damage.
Doesn't matter if they make it or not with that kind of save or what kind of damage.
Are you healing the
There you
enemy?
Nope, I
No.
just typed in the wrong value. Sorry.
No, Pat. I'm doing negative damage.
That's healing the enemy, my dude.
Almost.
Next up is the bat swarm, and he sees these 3 dudes juicily oriented in a way that he can get all 3 of them. And he swarms on top of everybody and
Ow!
does 5 damage.
Ow. That's not
11.
good.
What was it?
Ouchie.
7 there. And then you have 3.
Sigbert goes, go for the vampire.
You also channeled positive energy, so you should have healed people, I think, too, right?
No, I have to decide whether I'm healing people. I can either harm undead or heal.
Okay, my
I
bad.
can harm or heal. I can't do both at the same time. That requires a feat.
Bum, bum,
Okay,
bum.
so yeah, this swarm on top of you guys just like nibbles everybody's brains, and you're all poison still. Next up is damage.
Oh,
Yeah, we're roboing again.
Ba-ba.
Oh, I think we're good again.
Okay,
All right, so I'm gonna go. We're killing the vampire. I take it.
it's your turn. Yep, there's a bat swarm eating your friends, and there's a little gnome guy.
All right, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna hit the vampire dude over the fence. So
Okay, so I'm gonna teach you things here. The way that you moved there, right? You moved in such a way that you provoked an attack of opportunity.
yeah, I forgot about that.
So
do your
yeah,
worst.
I'm gonna make this a thing here. And he's a guy, he does his slam attack at you through the fence. He also has a penalty, and he's really small too, so it's like a -2 penalty. So he rolls a 16. What is your AC?
Let's see, not that high. He hit.
Yep, you have a 14. So he hits, and he does that 5 damage to you. So in the future, you can move in a way that you could have got that square, and you could have avoided the attack, but you moved into his diagonal, and then you moved next to him, right? So the 2 squares movement there provoked that attack.
I like to live dangerously.
That's okay. But yeah, now it's your turn still. You can still choose to chomp him.
Die, gnome boy. Dang it.
You swing your big sword with the gnome through the fence. He just kind of deftly hops out of the way and smiles.
Kobolds, easy. Vampire gnomes, holy shit.
I mean,
Next is Espy.
rolling a 3 doesn't help.
Well,
You're bloodied, and there's a bat swarm still biting you. And you take a damage because you're bleeding.
I know. I'm about done.
It's your go. What do you choose?
Now, question. Can I hop the fence?
Yeah, you can hop the fence. Say acrobatics 5. It's part of your move action.
Acrobatics.
To the top. It's the first one.
Hang on.
13, success.
I thought that's what happened when I succeeded.
No, that wasn't me.
You jumped the
That
fence
would've
at the
been
tune of
baller.
some Final Fantasy VII.
It's just the overturn.
3, 4. I'm gonna go ahead and use use my swift action to create a point. Take one of my Magus points to self into mental state.
Do what now?
Using a point from my Eldritch Pool. Put me into that mystical energy state.
Oh yeah, okay.
Just in case I somehow live next turn. Doubt it. As I believe I am now down to 1. And I am just going to make a slash at the gnome.
Does the Eldritch Bolt take your life?
No.
Why'd you go to 1? I thought you were at 2.
Oh, did you already deduce it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, for the poison.
Bleeding.
Yeah, the bleeding. Yeah.
Alright,
Okay,
I'll
and
just
then what
I'll
did you
just
do
do
your
it.
attack? Yeah.
do my two-handed longsword.
Espy bruised and bloodied, like combat rolls over the fence and swings his
Fuck
rapier
no.
back and completely misses.
We are all gonna die.
Next up is the other bat swarm. And it sees the delicious goat and it moves over here. And
Oh, thank God.
the goat's all baffled too. The goat looks confused and
thank God.
cautious. The goat like it
Bear
attacks
showing
him.
mercy.
Definitely Behr showing mercy.
Because he's about to TP cast.
I don't know why the goat's got 50 life, but whatever.
That's just a strong ass goat. That goat is so upset he could kick all our asses.
Dude, that goat has seen some shit.
Yep.
Send in the goats. Put them in the front line.
Okay. Next up is Boris. He really doesn't like the look of this situation. And so he takes a 5-foot step backwards.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
No, not because of 5-foot step. So that was his whole movement, and he doesn't provoke attacks there.
He's taking a defensive step then.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what that's called, but.
That's.
And
I
then
think
he's gonna try to dominate you at melee range, and I'm just gonna say that that's gonna like provoke an attack. So that's what he does. But first, you get to try to hit him. Roll your attack of opportunity.
Who?
But Espy, you are there. You're the one in range. He stepped back, but the way you guys are positioned, he couldn't step back and get out of danger, right?
Just a regular roll?
Yep, just a regular like one attack.
Is it one-handed or two-handed, or does it not?
Just one.
Nope.
And you miss. Okay, and he tries to dominate you with a DC 11, so you need a will save.
Cool.
Mhm.
And you pass, so you're not dominated.
Can't touch this.
The dwarf knows that. I mean, the gnome knows that song.
The gnome goes da 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 da.
Apothem, you're up next. I think you're still dominated. You get a will save. DC 11.
Come on. Yeah, I
Okay,
get to
so
do
you're
stuff.
no longer dominated.
Can
and
I
yeah,
take a
you-
5-foot step and take a full
You're
round
also
attack?
poisoned, so you immediately take a damage in your
Bleeding.
bleeding. And yes, you can do your thing. You could 5-foot step and full attack, I believe.
Okay,
You'll eventually remember it, Bear.
that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, that sounds
Attack
good.
1 and attack 2.
Joybus, okay. So the first attack misses. Your rapier flies wide. But your second attack hits pretty well. Right in the weak point in the gnome's like fluffy coat. But not quite enough. And it only does 3 damage. Next up is Pat. There's gnome vampires biting everybody and making everybody sit down. And what's the
What? 5-foot step, and then flurry of blows.
okay?
You got any heals over there, Chez?
18. Ooh, okay. So your first chop misses the gnome, but your second chop hits the gnome like right in his gnomey face. And he's real small, so you could tell that it really hurts. His hat kind of like flies off a little bit.
Gonna do a heel kick.
Sorry, I gotta. Okay, so
don't-
yeah, you hit him pretty hard, and yeah, you could tell that hurt him. His hat is on the ground, and his like bald spots showing. He's very upset.
don't
Chez, you're up next. What the fuck? It just skipped you, but Chez, you are up next.
I'm gonna channel positive energy to heal.
Yay,
This will not. This will not. This will not.
If it
affect,
does a 1, I will allow a reroll.
This will not. This will not affect unliving creatures. So
Yeah, so this just heals friends.
Woo! Heals
For
everybody for
life. Everybody, you can
wow.
do that on your own, dude. It's probably easier for me.
Yay!
I'm
So
almost back up to max.
So I just got 4 healing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chez, too. I don't know if you did your own. but
Wait
yeah,
a
everybody.
second.
Chez doing his job.
D8. Am I supposed to roll for hit points?
No, Chez did.
No, I'm.
No, you just max it at level 1.
Oh, then I'm missing 2. Oh well, we'll worry about it later.
You
Don't
know,
worry about it.
yeah, bad time.
Yeah.
Okay, next up is this bat swarm, and it's already kind of got a bunch of bats biting onto Chez, so it's just gonna chill here. It's gonna bite him some more.
Nom 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 nom.
Ow!
Back to
Not
E.
the cleric.
Next
The,
is
cla-
Big
the
J.
bats swarm over Sigbert, and he just holds his hand out like, "Remember me as I was, drunk."
Sigbert,
And
do you want some help,
adorable.
or do you want me to get the gnome?
Get the gnome.
All right,
Kick the gnome.
5 foot in a swing. Do I need to roll to jump the fence?
No, you're fine.
Okay. God, the rolls are terrible.
12. You don't know, the gnome nimbly dodges your ginormous sword. That chop looked like it would have hurt. And Espy, you're up next. You got some
The
more
gnome-
life.
The
There's
gnome nimbly nips
one.
away.
In
Alright.
5-foot step, you could benefit from a flanking move, which is a +2 bonus.
Yeah.
This is a new
5 foot
attack.
step. Then
Yeah,
I just
plus
make a
2 bonus.
melee attack. Two-handed.
Your attack with its flanking bonus flies true, and you do so much damage that the gnome vampire falls to the ground.
Yay!
Yeah.
And as this happens, the other vampires also the other bats kind of dissipate and fly off into the distance.
The killer vampires. Like
Bats.
what?
Can I chase after one of the swarms, yelling obscenities and trying to slash at it with my rapier?
You've already made a grievous
Yeah, sure.
error.
So yeah, the gnome lies in front of you. He's on the brink of death, and he just says, why? I just wanted some food, just living honest.
You're not living honest. You're taking people's goats.
And you're trying to take my blood.
Also, I think goats are cute. And with that, Sigbert grabs a piece of wood off of the fence, like a sharpened piece of wood off of the fence, and just cold stabs the dude.
The wood, okay, right into his heart,
Yup.
his little gnomish heart.
His little gnomish heart. I am killing this gnome vampire.
And he's wearing overalls and he has no shirt on, so like you can see his like fuzzy little gnome chest. He's got like pink chest hair and his white head with his bald spot. He looks you in the eyes, and it used to be an intense gaze, but now it's. And the dagger flies into the wooden block flies into the gnome's chest, and you can see the life leave his eye.
Awesome. I search his body.
Feel kind of shitty about that.
I don't, but I think we should stop the bleeding before we all bleed out to death.
Actually,
I'm
technically, my group heal
yeah,
stops the
Chez,
bleeding. Any
yeah.
healing stops the bleeding.
Chez real healing or something. Yeah, I'm just was removing it from you guys, anyways. The goat died. But yeah, okay, so yeah, the gnome lies there dead, and the old dude kind of hears the ruckus, and he comes out. And he says, "What have you done?"
I point at the gnome corpse. Look, vampire, we killed it.
That's Boris. You killed him.
Yes, he was the guy summoning all the bats.
Is that where the bats are coming from, eh?
Now
Yes.
pay us.
We just got told earlier that he's in debt to the shop. He can't pay us.
Nothing
how
to pay
far-
you with except goats or milk or.
How about
Wait.
some goats?
No, hang on. Did he say goats?
Yeah, I think he said goats.
I want a pet goat, and I'm going to name it Siegfried.
I would like.
Okay.
the pet goat.
You can make animal handling checks for pet goats if you want. These are non-combatant pets.
I have 50 feet of rope in my inventory. I tie it around the necks of the two goats.
The rope gives you a bonus on your animal handling check, but you still must make an animal handling check.
Okay.
Everyone's
So
trying to ignore that.
I got a 19.
Okay,
on
so
my
you
handle.
gotta go happily, like tied up. Chesley, you got a rope too, or what? You're good
I
with
rolled an
that?
8.
Okay, I mean the goat's pretty upset with the situation, and he's kind of headbutting you. He doesn't, like you. What are you expecting him to just follow you?
Oh.
Like, he doesn't know you.
Oh, fuck it. Never mind.
Don't
And
worry.
the guy kind of says, "I mean, I guess you can have a goat, but I don't know how much use that is to you, but you're welcome to a goat piece, I guess."
I think we should go back to the graveyard and search the grave. See if there's there.
I concur.
I also concur.
Okay.
Pull out a torch, light it up.
Light it up.
Is it? Yeah. You guys are back here. There's a gnome thing. That was one.
Oh my god, he's back. He's in the grave.
What is a fan? Maybe that. Yeah, so there's kind of a vampire crypt here. And you find a bunch of stuff, right? Like he's kind of been stashing a bunch of stuff in his little grave because he's kind of a farmer guy still. So he's got like a hoe, and you can tell it's kind of like an old hoe, but there's nothing really special about it. He's kept it well oiled these years.
Mama?
He doesn't do much farming.
Is that you?
No, it's a wooden handled hoe. Yeah.
So it's a
And then
so
in
it's a
there too,
pirate.
he has some gems. The gems are worth about 100 gold total, so you could split that amongst yours, which would be 20 gold a piece, I believe. There's also some kind of like statuettes carved out of stone, and looks like a thing that used to be a holy symbol or something like that, but it's cracked and broken now. These things are also worth about 100 gold. There is also a masterwork lyre. You assume that this farmer guy probably played guitar or something like that in his day.
We found gems and a lyre and what else?
Pretty much add 40 gold and whatever this instrument.
Yes, and an instrument. Masterwork instrument. You could tell that he was obviously just kind of a farmer.
I look at the gold and try to pocket it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you guys all got 40 gold.
Oh, so we all got
Pockets,
40 gold.
No problem, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You could try to steal it. I mean, these guys might not be happy about that.
Yeah, later.
You're not next off. How can you reach that far?
Later. Later. Do arcane tricksters exist in Pathfinder?
I don't think so.
Oh.
That's kind of how I built my Hexblade Warlock with Trickster Fighter. That's
arcane
aren't-
tricks
aren't really possible.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
ranged
possible.
Ledger domain. No,
Yeah, but
Okay, so you guys are kind of in the woods still in this kind of creepy graveyard, and it's getting to be dark out. It's probably 4 o'clock or so. You could probably make it back to town if you'd like tonight, or you could camp out here at the guy's farm maybe.
I want to take the goat back into town and
Okay.
and try to sell it
Yeah, you got a goat
before
by
it gets
rope.
before it gets too dark.
yeah, it's already
So-
dark.
So everybody, we got to come up with a mythical story about this goat and why it is so legendary.
It battled the vampire and the bat. Them all
So
down.
yeah, I guess it is already dark. My mistake, because that was when the vampire came.
Yep.
So yeah, you can go back to town, but it's already dark, so you might not be the best idea. You could camp here overnight.
Go back to the farmer's place and camp outside.
This place is relatively safer after the night's event. So back to the farm?
It'd be safer. In case any more vampire bats show up, at least they'll have the option to choose goats over us.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, the guy offers again the kind of campsite down there. Forget about it.
Oh god, they're following us.
Sorry, don't worry about the goats. They blink out of existence, and the gnome's dead. You notice when he come back that the gnome's corpse is not there anymore.
Oh shit!
Was there nothing on the body?
There was nothing on the body.
Okay.
So yeah, you can have a camp here tonight if you'd like. Do you set any guards for the night?
I'll take first watch.
Okay, that's one guard.
I'll take second watch.
Okay. Who's got their bedrolls? Everyone deduct one ration. No, I'm just kind of kidding, but
I've got mine.
Same.
who's
Got
comfy?
mine.
Who's comfy and who's not comfy?
I have a tent too.
I got a bedroll.
That's like the one thing I forgot to buy. All right.
Okay, so yeah,
you
spooky
can
nighttime.
snuggle up with me, Mr. Stabby.
You guys light a campfire and you kind of have a nice little relaxing time, and you're all sitting on logs around the campfire before you go to bed.
Yep, I'm just there smoking out of my pipe. So my shift's over.
Yeah.
Campfire.
Okay, so yeah, if you guys have nothing to discuss about the day's events,
Well, I bled a lot.
I only got to stab things once. I can't wait till we get to do it some more.
What's all this weed business? I still don't know how you ended up here.
I appeared.
Well,
When a man and a woman love each other very much.
oh wait,
What the hell?
Is anyone else slightly concerned we never saw the farmer's wife? Something sneaky's going on here.
Well, we have a rogue. So,
Listen. Listen, all I'm going to say is this. You don't fuck around with the farmer's wife, because for all we know, it's like a siren or some shit, and I take one look at it and I just die. I'm not taking that chance. There's a reason why it's the farmer's wife, because she can put up with more shit than anyone else. That means she's got some crazy fucking magic or a really high will save. Whatever the hell that is, I don't want to know. I'm just, what the hell is the goat doing there?
Espy has a goat. I forgot.
No, I don't.
Carry on. No, you tied him up with a rope, didn't you?
I had him tied up with a rope and making them follow me.
My bad.
Learn your voices, Behr.
But yeah, no, you don't fuck around with the wives. We're lucky that the only thing we ran into in that graveyard was just one measly vampire. That could have went a lot worse.
So this is nighttime, and in general, nighttime is a good chance to use your spells or your abilities that have uses per day, because usually the next day you'll get those charges.
Cast Detect Magic.
DM tips. You can cast Detect Magic. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing around. It's a nice forest, and there's a farm building over there.
Alright,
Magic.
then I cast Mage Hand. Use it to fiddle around with the fire.
I'm gonna pet the goat.
Fuck the goat.
The goat is satisfied
do not,
with the
do
situation.
not fuck that goat.
I fuck the goat.
Not that kind of fuck the goat.
Amanda just looks over at me and she's like, "What are you saying?"
No, you don't understand. Do not fuck that goat.
I start to look at the goat very lovingly with long eyes, wishing to take it on a long moonlit walk on a beach somewhere in Hawaii.
I smash him in the face with my warhammer.
Ow! What's that for?
Whoa,
So roll sleight of hand.
whoa. So yeah, as you guys chill around the campfire, shooting the shit, the embers kind of growed down, and in the sky you can see that there's a big, huge moon. The moon is like quite particularly big tonight. But otherwise, it's a nice, pretty calm night. It doesn't seem, you just hear some goats kind of bleating in the corner. It's time for bed. Espy, did you have first watch?
Yep.
Okay, and so your watch, everybody snuggles down in their bedrolls and stuff around the campfire, nice and snuggy. Espy stays up, and his shift passes in the night without any real event. Who took the second shift?
The rogue.
Apothem.
Potham.
Stabby
So,
McStabberson.
with the goat as your companion in the darkness.
During the shift change, I just look at him. Don't fuck it up.
I won't fuck the goat. Don't worry.
What?
Under his in his sleep. You go, oh, thank Caden Kalian
What?
for not fucking the goat.
Oh.
Go back to sleep.
So I while watching over everyone, I try to perceive for potential threats. Do I roll for anything or?
So I am rolling perceptions for you guys without your knowledge. Maybe, maybe not.
What?
Maybe not.
I'm doing this thing. Maybe not. Okay.
Sounds like.
So that's the whole point, right? Like you don't know if I'm rolling perceptions or not in certain situations. I'm rolling them behind the DM board, right?
Pretty sure we're supposed to roll our own.
Yes, in most situations, but when it comes to like traps and things like that, and like passive perception, I've done some research and found that this is what I'm gonna go with. But yeah, in the dark of night, you kind of hear some rustling. Nothing too concerning. But then in the distance, you kind of hear something that sounds like a dog or something like that, maybe like a bark.
Eh.
So tempted
Yeah, the
to
rest
just
of the
yell
night
out,
passes without event.
Guys, I heard a dog! Ah! No, I'm kidding.
Are you sure it wasn't a vampire goat?
I don't know. I'm kind of half expecting this goat to turn into a vampire.
So everybody gets their constitution in health back. So whatever your constitution bonus is, you get that much life back. You gotta do that yourself.
I fixed my hit point pool, by the way. It is now accurate.
So everybody gains whatever, probably 2 or 3, maybe 0. And yeah, the day is bright and fresh, and you wake up, and the farmer guy is like eating porridge, but he's kind of like, he got no porridge to offer you.
It's okay. I eat a field ration.
Yeah, everybody eat a crispy biscuit from their backpack. If you got one.
I got
If
extras.
you don't, you're in trouble.
Does everybody have rations? I have extra.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the day is bright, and your goat is kind of looking at you like, "What's going on? Where are we going?" And
Let's go.
I'm ready to go do
goes
goat
by.
things. Can we name the goat Geralt?
You
Sure.
can name the goat Geralt. Yeah, you gotta ask
You
him.
can name the goat whatever you want.
Yep, we're gonna name the goat Geralt.
I wouldn't get too attached to it, and I definitely wouldn't give it a name.
Believe.
That's right.
That's
you
what I
better
tell
believe
all
The
my
it.
goat
companions.
now has a name, Geralt the goat.
Damn it! I'm gonna sell the goat, guys. It's like the whole
You
point
know
of
what,
me
that-
getting this thing is to sell it.
I get that, but I'm not gonna bother doing the character voice for this because I don't think I can get through without laughing. But no, you see, when you sell Geralt the goat, you're not only just selling the goat, you're selling the majesty of it. You're selling the name.
Okay.
And that name is going to be worth a lot someday. So, yeah, his name is Geralt. And I totally didn't steal that from somewhere.
just a sheep. It's gonna die eventually.
It's a goat, you
Goat.
goddamn plebeian.
Fucking sheep, goat, they're all the same to me.
You just want to fist them all.
No,
Almost
I'm not
has no
fisting no
brains.
goat.
I have a reputation among my friends of being like the guy who doesn't resort to like toilet humor and dick jokes. And this video, if it ever goes up, is going to ruin that.
Dead.
You joked about fisting goats, man. I don't think I'm gonna respect you anymore.
Unfollowed.
You are canceled.
Unfriended.
Unfollowed, unfriended, unfucked. Wait a minute, what?
So yeah, the old guy comes out of his farm and he walks over to his field and he kind of looks over at you guys with a weird sideways glance, but like he's got his bucket and he's like going out to like milk the goat.
I'm amazed there's any goats left. That was a lot of freaking bats.
There's a couple goats left. Dude. We'll make do.
All right, guys, let's go back to town.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything
Damn
else
it,
out
I
here
forgot
for
to
us.
collect the vampire's teeth as proof of our kill. Oh well.
Vampire? Nobody heard of no vampire. It's old Boris.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay, so back at town. Back in the world map. You guys leave the Sithersfield area, and you move back up to Watford.
Did I hear that right?
Or what?
Yep.
There's no vampire, just Boris, even though
Mm-hmm.
he was there.
Nope.
Well, yeah.
When we showed him
You
the
guys
dead.
did see
No,
a vampire.
Mhm.
Yeah, that guy saw too. Okay, and so you're back at Warthford. Entering town, the apple guy is totally gone. Yeah, you're all
I'm going to the end. I need a drink.
a bit bruised and battered, but you guys are ready for another day. And
I think this might be a good place to stop. I gotta stop pretty soon because I gotta go to bed.
old Geff is still in here, and the big guff barbarian guy, and he's got some boiled eggs for you.
No, I just need a drink.
Oh, we're stopping here?
You guys can keep going.
To go, we can call it there, I guess.
I mean, you guys can keep going. It's not gonna bother me.
I can cover Chesley's character so we can keep the cleric if you guys
Yeah,
want.
that's what I was gonna say. We're gonna get fucked without a cleric.
Yeah, no, I'll be more than happy to play Chez's character for you guys if needed, because I know enough about this game and Pathfinder to be able to.
We're calling it. We're calling
Yeah,
it.
that's kind of what I think too. Yeah,
We're calling it.
and
We don't do it as a group. We don't do it.
Okay.
that kind of would concur. And so yeah, you guys are all in the inn, and you had a great adventure. And Geff does not believe you guys. He's got to
Wait a
hear
minute,
it from
what?
Sithers himself.
Fuck that guy. Fuck everyone.
Yeah, you know what, Gaff? Screw you.
Hey, whoa. Now, hang on. You gotta admit, he's pretty out there. I would understand if he didn't believe us either. I mean, I wouldn't believe it if I wasn't there for myself.
I mean,
And I got all these. And as Sigbert's talking, he turns to Geff as he's talking, and he's like, I wouldn't believe it myself unless I had all these bites on me.
Can I go over to the feed store and try to sell the goat before the end of the session?
No.
Hang on,
You
Geff.
can't
No.
sell Garrett. Oh yeah, fuck. Where's Garrett?
Hang on.
Where's
It's Geralt.
Where'd
Geralt.
Geralt go? 1 second.
I think it's
Yeah,
Stabby's
go
going
for it.
anyways.
Sigbert just keeps going. He's just like, I didn't spend the night with an especially enthusiastic lover. All right, I got these bites from somewhere. You bloody great oaf.
Geff could see the wounds, and he kind of says, "I don't know. I've seen dog bites that look like that, but
How many dogs do you think we found?
there's lots of dogs sometimes."
You
Just realizing.
Ain't got no proof.
I'm sitting there just like trying not to smile because just remembering that tieflings have fangs. Sitting there with my mouth shut.
No, we don't. We didn't mutilate the bloody corpse.
Can I roll diplomacy to try to convince him of this by telling him our grand story of finding the gnome in its coffin in the north on the graveyard that borders Sithers Field, and we can show you where he was resting and where it came from and the desiccated corpses. And I point at the goat and I say, "See, even the goat remembers." And it goes, "Ma,
Bah! Yeah,
Yeah.
the goat agrees.
Also, I love when Behr does goat sounds, like how like desperately enthusiastic he sounds about it. Like that's not just a bear, that's a bear.
I've had goats before, like actually in real life, and that's just how they are always.
They're so angry all the
Yeah,
time.
they're so into it.
They're so upset about their situation.
Yeah, he's poking his head through the window. Bah! He's tied up outside. But yeah, you can roll persuasion, sure.
rolling him, feeding him lettuce. I diplomacy. Ooh,
So after hearing your big long story, Geff says, "Well, I never heard a tale as good as that, but it is around on the house.
Well, thank God.
I'll tell others about your story, I guess, but still not verified till I hear from Sithers himself."
All right, well, we'll wait for that. But cheers. Also, when you say thank God, Sigbert says, "I'll tell him you said so,"
You do that.
because he's the cleric.
Okay, yeah, and we can like wrap up there, I guess, if you guys want.
Yep.
I'm
All right.
going to do everybody levels up to level 2 situation right now.
Oh shit.
So that's something you can totally do during the week. There's a book that specifically says that makes it easy about what you
cool. Thank you.
that I can link. No big deal.
All
And
right.
yeah, thanks for coming. That was pretty fun. Sorry you gotta go, Chez. And we won't be doing it next week. We'll do it the week after.
Yep.
We can
All right,
figure it
guys.
out. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Y'all have a
Yeah.
good one.
You
See
too.
ya.
Peace.
Thanks, friends.
I'm so happy I got to be here for this.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you had fun.
Oh, and by the way, Taliesin is not gay, but he is bisexual.
Get back.
Yeah, what'd you guys think? Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Always.
There was a lot of improv in there.
That's all right.
We should have just went and killed the damn gnome.
You guys are off the goddamn rails, but that's fine.
Definitely seemed like you learned a lot after our first battles last week. I could definitely see some changes there.
When there was no attack checks at all. Like AC meant nothing this fight.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that really hurt us. Power of the swarm.
Each one of those swarms was actually CR2, which is
Yeah,
what's
that
crazy
doesn't
about
surprise
it.
me.
So the math level of this is just crazy. I got to throw crazy stuff at you guys.
Usually what
we would have died.
Usually what I do is I'll take the levels of all the players combined and come up with a CR fight that is, when you add the CR of each of the creatures together, it comes out to be about equal.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I've read too. That you do average party level, which you assume 4 players, and you do the math to find that. Which for us here is 1.2 really, because there's more than 4 players, and then you're supposed to just add monsters. So it's supposed to be 1 CR 1 monster, but that's not a fun fight at all. So it was
No.
really, you guys were average party level 1.2 versus probably a CR 8 or even 10 total fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It kind of worked out.
The one thing I noticed really quickly, especially when you start getting closer to mid game, is that the CR checks pretty much go right out the window, because it's one thing if you're using a creature and you're only using just like their basic attacks. It's another thing when you start using all of their abilities at once. And then when you have like 4 or 5 of those, even though they may only have like 30 or 40 hit points and the players can 2-hit them, being able to use all those abilities can make or break the difference between that being just like a normal fight where the enemies are kind of weak and the enemies being almost too much for the party. And the other thing that always kind of irritates me about mid to late game CRs is the fact that the hit points don't really scale that well, in my opinion. Sometimes you'll like try to put some like beefy dude out there, and he just doesn't stand up well enough on his own. But then if you try to add too much support, it gets a little ridiculous. But you'll see what I'm talking about later.
So I added this PDF to the chat. The PDF has very clear, like if you just open it, there's a section called class guides, and there's a section for each class. And it literally says like, here's 3 ways you can play Cleric. And when you level up to level 2, here's what you get. And here's what you should choose depending on which kind of Cleric you want to be.
Nice.
And it does that for all the base classes. Espy, you're kind of on your own. Because you're playing a crazy class, yeah. But like, for example, Cleric gets 1 base attack bonus, 1 fortitude save, and 1 will save. And they get their HP. They get 1 d8 plus their con, total HP. And then they get skill ranks, 2 plus their int.
So we got to roll for
no,
HP?
so I'm just going to maximize HP, right?
Okay.
Because everybody's squishy as hell. So you're just going to get whatever your hit dice is max plus con, just like level.
Yay. Yeah,
Thank you.
Tanky
That saves a lot of complications.
Yeah.
I do the same thing in my campaign on Sundays.
So yeah, like rogue, you get
We get all sorts of fun stuff.
yeah, you get a d8 plus con, you get 8 plus int skill ranks, you get 1 base attack bonus, you get 1 reflex save, you get evasion, which is pretty dope.
Yeah, evasion's really nice, and that's what makes me actually effective at disarming traps and not getting messed up by
Yeah,
them.
and you get a thief feat too. You get like weird stuff to pick from.
That's the one thing I actually don't know anything about, is how that works.
Oh, you just pick one.
Interesting.
See.
Base attack bonus by 1.